welcome to Pilates. My name is Elise, and this is a Flow 1 class. We're going to go ahead and start at our springboard. We're going to do what's called a roll down. We're going to go ahead and just start with our body, with our feet parallel underneath our sits bones. Good. Let's go ahead and just relax here. Take a few deep breaths. In and out. Inhale and exhale. Nice and slow. Let's do some shoulder rolls. Start with some backwards, going backwards towards the springboard. Do a couple rolls back here. Nice. Shoulder shrug. Let's go ahead and go forward now. Nice. Just keeping those shoulders out of our ears. Let's bring them up toward our ears and drop them like a big, heavy piece of baggage. Up one more time and drop. And if you feel that space kind of in between your ears and your shoulders, that's kind of the space you want to continue throughout the flow of the class. Let's go ahead and round those arms up towards the ceiling, up and over that beach ball, rounding our spine, starting with our cervical and our thoracic, down to our lumbar, nice and slow. Good. Hang here. Just let your arms freely move. Maybe your head will move side to side, forward and back. Good. Take a couple deep breaths. And on that next exhale, go ahead and round that spine back on up, nice and slow, with your head coming up last. Good. Go ahead and put your all fours onto the mat. Nice. We're going to go ahead and start with some cats and cows, just articulating and warming our spine, or rounding our spine, up toward the ceiling as you look into your stomach. Then go ahead and look out towards the middle of the room as you lower your lower abdomen down towards the mat. Good. Again, looking back into your stomach, rounding that spine. Nice. Good. Nice and slow. Good. Looking forward as your stomach drops to the mat. Good. Great. One more time. Arching that spine up towards the ceiling, looking into our belly. Good. Coming back to neutral. Great. All right. Let's go ahead and come up by lifting with your toes and your knees. Let's go ahead and push away from the mat, coming into an upside down V. Good. Looking in, back towards our feet, or up into our stomach. Let's walk those hands back towards our feet. And roll back on up one last time. With our head returning at the top last. Good. Let's take a couple deep breaths here. Nice. And let's go ahead and come to our reformer, and I'm going to put you on 2 reds and a blue. Make sure that those straps are off the pegs, or off the shoulder blocks. Good. Let's make sure that our shoulders are away from those shoulder blocks, bringing our shoulders back and down into those back pockets. Good. With our arms long by our sides, engaging those triceps, which is your upper arms here. Good, I can see it right there. Thinking growing tall and lengthening our spine. Let's have our feet in a Pilates, let's go ahead and start at our heels. Yep, this distance apart. You can come a little bit closer. Good. And pointing our toes back towards our face and our shins, dorsiflex. Pushing into those heels and hips. Take one big deep breath, and on that exhale, go ahead and extend the reformer out. Good. Slowly moving with our breath, coming back in. Great. Push out again. Nice. You just want to continue with the flow of your breath. We're just warming up our ankles, warming up our legs here. It's a cold day, so we need to warm up extra hard today. Good. I like how you're going with the flow of your breath. Very nice. Good. Let's do 5 more. Good. And again, to make sure we're dropping that lower abdomen or that abdominals down into the mat, pressing into that mat, and again, engaging those triceps. Don't want to forget about those. Nice deep breaths filling up those lungs. Good. All right, one last one. Out. Good. And come back in. Awesome. Let's go ahead and go down onto our arches. Great. And let's go ahead and bring everything into our midline, which means everything is connecting between the ankles, knees, and hips. Perfect. Go ahead and like bird on a perch, wrap those toes and lower those heels. Great. Go ahead and push out, pushing those hips and feet into that foot bar. Good. Again, flowing with our breath. You look great. Good. Pushing into that carriage. Good. Let's do one more, and then I've got a little variation for you. Hold it out here. Let's come in halfway, and let's do some out an inch, in an inch little pulses. You don't want to bounce the carriage. It needs to be nice and controlled, but just think in an inch and out an inch. Good. Perfect. Good. Let's go ahead and extend the carriage all the way out, and let's come back home. Great. Let's go ahead and move down to our toes, and let's connect those heels. So we're going to be in our Pilates V, so toes apart and heels together, and let's try and keep all 10 toes onto that foot bar, just so we can have an even compression as we push out. All right, let's go ahead and take that deep breath, engage those abdominals, and wrap those back of your legs as you go ahead and push away from that stopper, and moving with your flow of breath, bringing it back in, resisting those springs. Good. Nice. Pilates is all about control and the movement with our breath, not about how many you can do. Good, you're doing great. Good. Let's do a couple more. Making sure we're breathing. Good. On this last one, go ahead and push all the way out. Come halfway in, and let's do that a little in an inch, out an inch, little pulses. Good. Warming up those ankles and legs and the back of our legs. Great. Go ahead and push all the way out and bring it all the way back home. Nice. Okay, let's go ahead and move our heels onto the widest edge of the foot bar here. Our toes turning to a 10 and a 2 if you were a clock. Good. Perfect. We're going to work these inner thighs and warm up our inner thighs and our ankles as well here, doing the external rotation. So let's go ahead and again, deep breath here, and on our exhale, engage those abdominals and push into our hips and our heels as we push out. Good. Flowing again with our breath, nice and slow, with control. Good. That's great. articulation. Great. Good. Let's go ahead and walk our feet up and down that foot bar, kind of giving our feet a nice massage in the heels, the arches of our feet. We're on our feet a lot, in our shoes. Let's just go ahead and massage out anything there that is bugging you today. Good. Good. Coming back to those toes. Let's go ahead and melt both heels under for one last half stretch. Nice. And go ahead and push out up onto those toes and bend your knees and come back home. Great. Good. All right, let's go ahead and bring our hands, rest our hands on the back of our head. Yeah, you may need to come away from those stoppers, good, or from the shoulder blocks. Let's go ahead and engage those abdominals. Really tighten up that like a corset wrapping around your stomach. Let's go ahead and put one leg up into tabletop. Good. And the other one. We're going to do some lower and lifts here. So regression for 100s. Let's go ahead and kind of chin to chest, keeping an apple, thinking of an apple underneath our chin. Good. Ribs to pelvis. Great. And let's lower back down. Good. Again, chin to kind of chest. Again, remember that apple between the chest and the chin, bringing our ribs down to our pelvis as we come up and articulating down. Good. Again, very nice. And back down. Good. Let's do one more time. Good. All right, we're going to come up one more time, and we're going to hold it, and you're going to bring your arms down by your sides, and we're going to pump our arms an inch off the carriage for inhale 2, 3, 4, 5, exhale 2, 3, 4, 5, inhale 2, 3, 4, 5, exhale 2, 3, 4, 5, inhale 2, 3, 4, 5, exhale 2, 3, 4, 5, inhale 2, 3, 4, 5, exhale 2, 3, 4, 5, inhale 2, 3, 4, 5, exhale 2, 3, 4, 5, inhale 2, 3, 4, 5, exhale 2, 3, 4, 5, inhale 2, 3, 4, 5, exhale 2, 3, 4, 5, inhale 2, 3, 4, 5, exhale 2, 3, 4, 5, and go ahead and slowly put our legs down and our head down and relax. Good. Couple deep breaths here, just relax. Nice. Good. All right, we're going to go ahead and get onto our bridging. We're going to make sure that your headrest is down. Great, which it is. Let's go ahead and put our arches on top of the foot bars. And let's go ahead and wrap everything together into the midline. Great. And we're going to go ahead and start with our bridging. So I need you to take a couple deep breaths. Really think about articulation here and also articulating our spine. And we're going to go ahead and think about having a bowl of soup onto our stomach here. And as we articulate, we're going to spill that soup back towards our chest. So let's go ahead and engage those triceps. Nice. And let's take that one last deep breath here. And on that exhale, let's articulate our spine, tipping that bowl of soup back towards our chest as we reach, or as we rise our hips up towards the ceiling. Like I've got a strand of pearls that I'm pulling up towards the ceiling, pulling up your hips, holding it here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And as you lower down, that soup, as you slowly articulate, that soup will come level back in to the bowl on your belly. Good. Does that feel okay in your spine? Yeah. Good. Okay. Let's go ahead and do that one more time. Take that deep breath, mentally prepare, and go ahead and articulate that lower lumbar spine up towards the ceiling, spilling that pulled up towards the ceiling. Great. Go ahead and hold it here. Good. We're going to go ahead and do some pelvic thrusts. So let's go ahead and pulse up towards the ceiling for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Slowly articulating that spine, one vertebra down onto that mat. Good. Also think about pulling your heels to your bottom and keeping the carriage still, and again, at the stopper. If you need, we can, if we go onto our toes, it is harder. Your arches were on here today to give you a little help and assistance, which is easier, and of course the heels can be also challenging. But we're going to go ahead and keep you on your arches today. But those are also some variations as we progress that we can also try too. Or also lessening our springs. So let's go ahead and do one last bridge here. Let's take that big deep breath. Good. Imprinting that spine as we articulate our lower lumbar spine up towards the ceiling. Great. Dipping that bowl of soup as we hold it here. Good. All for a count of 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice job. Good. Lowering it back down onto the mat and relax. Good. Let's go ahead and point our toes up towards the ceiling, and let's do a little point and flex. Good. Pointing up towards the ceiling and flexing, stretching out the backs of our legs, our hamstrings, and our calves, and those ankles who've been on them for a little while. Good. Okay. From here, we're going to go ahead and grab the straps behind. They're on the pegs, not the ropes. Make sure they're the handles. Good. Let's put we're actually going to put our feet in the straps. So go ahead and keep one foot on the foot bar as you bring the right foot into the right loop. Good. And go ahead and put some pressure into that as you bring the other leg up into that other one. Go ahead and put your feet up towards the ceiling. Good. We're going to do some lowering lifts here. Take that big deep breath as you lower your legs towards the middle of the room, thinking about growing tall, reaching outwards. Great. Making sure that you're not going too low to where your upper back wants to lift up off the mat. We don't want your ribs poking out. So once you hit that point, you know you've gone too far. How's that feel? Can you find your range right there? Yeah. You can see your ribs right about there. Perfect. Lowering and lifting. Good. Engaging those backs of your legs as you push down towards the middle of that room into the springs. Good. Again, always flowing with your breath, nice and slow and controlled. Great. Let's do 5 more here. Good. Good. One last one. Good. From here, we're going to bend our knees, and we're going to go